Okay, we're going to be talking about coaching styles. In the United States, we categorize coaching into three separate styles. We call them the command style, sometimes also known as the autocratic or authoritarian style, sometimes also known as the dictator style. And we can think of certain coaches that fit into that style. The second one is called the cooperative style. This is also known as the democratic style, or sometimes known as the teacher style. We also have the submissive style. This is also known as the casual, or possibly the laissez-faire or babysitter style. An example of that is I got a new job coaching at a university as the track coach, and the old coach really had been a basketball coach. And I understand that as the coach went out every day to track practice, the remark was made, well, what do you guys want to do today? Well, that would be a submissive style coach. Now, they use different terms and coaching styles in different countries. Great Britain has done a lot of studies concerning coaching style. In Great Britain, one of the styles is known as the command style. This is a very direct instruction. Coach dictates everything. The reciprocal style, where the athlete takes some responsibility for their own development, but it's monitored by the coach. The third style is problem-solving style. So the athlete solves problems set by the coach. And then the fourth, guided discovery. The athlete has the freedom to explore various options. I think that's kind of nice. Terming it kind of nicely, although it's more like the submissive style of coach. Other coaching style terms used are telling, primarily the coach uses instruction and explaining; showing, primarily the coach uses demonstration; and involving, primarily the coach allows self-discovery and questioning to raise the athlete's awareness. Your coaching style. Your coaching style is going to determine how you approach athletes, how you discipline athletes, how you teach skills and strategies, how you organize your practice and competition methods, what role you give athletes in making decisions, and how you approach your assistants and the administration. Your style is going to dictate every bit of that, how you respond to each of those areas. Now, if we look at coaching styles and we kind of look at different aspects of each one, I'm going to look at the three that we talk about in the United States: authoritarian, cooperative, and casual. If we look at the philosophical aspects, the authoritarian coach is definitely win-centered at all cost. Cooperative style is athlete-centered, and the casual or submissive coach is there's no emphasis either way. Objectives: with the authoritarian coach, it's task objective; with the cooperative coach, social and task objective; and with the casual, no objective at all, really. Concerning decision making, the coach makes all the decisions if they're an authoritarian coach. Decisions are guided by the coach but shared with the athletes if you're a cooperative coach. And if you're a casual or submissive coach, the athlete makes all the decisions. They even will dictate practice times, and so on. With communication style, the authoritarian coach is always telling. The cooperative coach will tell, ask, and listen. And the casual coach just listens. They're just kind of there. With communication development, there's usually little or no communication development with the authoritarian coach. It's very high with the cooperative coach, and there is none with the submissive or casual coach. What is winning? Winning is judged by the coach if you're an authoritarian coach. It's judged by the athlete and the coach if you're cooperative. And if you're a submissive or casual coach, it's never been defined. With athlete development, there's little or no trust in the athlete with an authoritarian coach. There's definitely trust in the athlete, allowing them to grow with the cooperative coach. And trust is not shown one way or the other with the submissive coach. With motivation, with that dictator, authoritarian type coach, sometimes motivates what they think is motivating, is usually demeaning, tear down, belittle. With the cooperative coach, that coach tries to motivate everyone, realizing that everybody motivates differently, and will try to motivate each athlete. And with a submissive or casual coach, there is no motivation. They're really don't know how to motivate, or they're not into that. Training structures, very inflexible with the authoritarian coach, flexible with the cooperative coach, and no training structure with a submissive coach. So the question is, what kind of coach do you want to be? There are times when we do a little bit of each. When it comes to discipline, there are times we have to demand that our athletes do certain things, and we end up being that authoritarian. There are times when we want to back off, and we want our athletes to make some decisions, and we actually stand back. We might be a little submissive every once in a while. The majority of coaches want to be this cooperative coach. The authoritarian coach is the one that we see, that was years ago. And so they were hard-headed, what I say goes, you have no say-so, beat you into the ground kind of thing. I used to, a couple of times I've been to Bangkok, Thailand, I've worked with their national coaches, and they still have that old, what we call that old coach philosophy. What I say goes, you have to do it my way. Even if it's not the right way, you got to do it my way. So they're still in that authoritarian type coaching style. We try to get our coaches in the United States to be a little bit more cooperative style coaches because it allows the athlete to grow. You want intelligent athletes, and in order for them to be intelligent, they have to take some responsibility. Not just you constantly telling them all the time. They got to take some responsibility to grow. And the cooperative coach allows that athlete to grow. With the submissive coach, this is where we get lots of complaints. It's just like the coach is there and they don't care. Sometimes this happens on the high school level when you have to coach 2 or 3 sports and you really love one, but you still have to coach another. And so in the one, you're real strong, but in the other sport, you tend to lean this way. You don't know as much about it as you do the other sport. You'd rather be in the other sport than this particular sport. And so sometimes we get a little submissive, and that really can be because of a lack of knowledge or lack of desire to even be there. But the ultimate question is, what kind of coach do you want to be? What kind of style do you want to have with your athletes?